sign, then it means that you have consented. You do not even want to remain into this. But we do file petitions before the court, a court of law, depending whichever partner wants to divorce their better half. There will be also the other party will also be required to come to court and indicate to the court the reasons why they think they should still remain or why their marriage should not be dissolved. So they are not required to sign anywhere. In fact, they will just be served with a final order. We usually call it in legal parlance as a decree. As a decree, yes.
Okay. And you, as Wakili Benjamin, you have seen these family breakups and all that. How do you think it affects, especially the children, the partners mentally? Yeah, and do you recommend any counseling or aftercare for such a heavy breakup?
In fact, the first point of call when a client walks into the office that they want a divorce would be to recommend a counseling session. Most of them would be unwilling. They are hesitant to do that because remember, once someone comes into your office, they have thought about this for quite some time. As you have said, the union of marriage is a heavy thing. And when parties come together and agree that we are doing this forever, it is permanent. It's permanent, yes. Then we mean that.
It should be meant.
Yes. So by the time someone is walking out and going to say that they want a divorce, then it means it's something that they have thought through for some time. Sometimes it becomes very difficult to dissuade them from going through the process. But for those who will agree with the counseling sessions, sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes, they withdraw back and withdraw the idea of going to court.
Of going to court.
But there are those who want to go through with the same process regardless. Because remember, as we have said, the reasons why these people are going for divorce, they are valid reasons. So if your partner is beating you up every day, whether you go for counseling or not, it will not prevent them from beating you up.
And on before you continue, you've mentioned something. If your partner is violent, can you run? Is there a safe space you can and do it while you're away? You mentioned desertion, but not exactly desertion. Can you get away and get your marriage annulled safely, Yani? Because you know some of these people will track you down and do whatever. Is there any way you can get out of it safely?
Basically, sometimes even by the time people are going for divorce, probably they're not living together. So they have been separated. So you can go your separate way and still go through with the process. So it doesn't mean that you must stick in that house and go through the violence. Yes.
Majama, clear your throats.
It's a heavy topic.
Clear your throats.
It's a heavy topic.
Yeah, what do you think? Talk to our...
You know, for someone to have gotten to that situation or to that extent of making that decision that they have to terminate the marriage, they must have gone through a lot. Yeah. And to me, I'm looking at Wakili from two perspectives, because obviously there are those passionate lawyers and there are those lawyers who are also in business. Yeah. Have we had cases of lawyers? Now, this is a question I'm asking to you. Have we had those cases of lawyers who look at it from a business perspective, looking into their client's documentation, and they see, wow, these guys have a whole list of properties and it's gonna look lucrative if this case goes ahead, yeah? So we find them now getting into that whole drama and taking sides. Do we have such cases?
I think probably For the majority, I would
Before
say
you
no.
continue,
Yes.
we have a caller, David Chirano from Busia. Howdy, cowboy.
Jambo.
Jambo, kwa salama?
Nina swali kwa mwanasheria.
Haya, muongeleshe.
Sawa.
Uliza swali.
Hujambo?
Sijambo.
Nina swali kwa huyu mwanasheria.
Uliza.
Sheria hizi tunazotumia.
Endelea tu. Tunakusikia.
Ni Daudi, sheria hizi tunazotumia ni za kizungu. Sasa swali langu ni kwa watoto. Mila kwa mfano mila ya magharibi. Inasema mkitengana, talaka ikitokea watoto ubaki na baba. Na ukienda Mlima Kenya, talaka ikitokea watoto ni wa mama.
Ndio kweli.
Hivi naona wakati mnaenda kwa hizo sheria za kizungu mnadhulumu watu wengine. Kwa mfano utasikia wanasema watoto wabaki na mama, na ile hali mila zetu zimesema dhahiri kuwa watoto ni wa baba.
Tunakusikiza David.
Naam. Sasa nilikuwa nasema wafate kwa nini wakienda kotini wasifate mila huyu hii familia pale imetoka. Watunge hizi wafate sheria za Kiingereza hizi. Mbona wasifate mila wanapofika kotini waseme mnatoka kabila gani, kabila hili. Mila yenu inasema nini, inasema hivi.
Kwa hivyo swali lako
hizo mila, wasifate sheria za mila yetu.
Swali lako ni mbona wasifuate mila, sheria za kimila?
Mila ile kabila imetoka hapo. Wale jamii imetoka kabila gani?
Wakili kwako?
Wakili.
Kwa Kiswahili ama
kwa Kiswahili ama Kiingereza?
I hope you'll understand. I think it is a good question, and I would confirm that it is true. Different communities have different aspects that they look at. But what you must also understand is that by the time a court decides on those issues, it also considers the customs, the different customs of different communities,